This is the American dream of freedom on wheels. An automotive age traveling on time-saving superhighways. Futurama's free-flowing channels of concrete and steel.
Miles of freeways, open roads, one person per car, lots of available surface parking. That was yesterday's version of the American dream, but how different is today's? That film was made in 1954 by General Motors to garner public support for the creation of the interstate highway system. And while it's almost 60 years old, parts of that video still apply today.
And at the head of the waiting line is your local highway engineer. Listen to what he thinks about our roads.
All over the county, our farm-to-market roads are dying of old age. Not anybody's fault, just a matter of time, and not enough money to keep them up or make them modern.
Similar problems exist today. Money to maintain our roads or build new facilities is scarce. Unlike 1954, though, there is a push toward conserving energy, maintaining existing facilities rather than building new ones, and reducing vehicle miles traveled. The mission now is to figure out how to achieve these goals on an extremely limited budget. Clearly, a plan is needed to move forward. In this case, that plan is the Metropolitan Transportation Plan, a long-term, multimodal blueprint for transportation to meet the mobility needs of the area through the year 2040. The Metropolitan Transportation Plan is called the MTP for short. It's based on projections for growth in population, housing and jobs, and takes into consideration every mode of transportation, such as private vehicles, public transit, bicycling, walking, freight movement, rail, and air travel. The MTP is being developed right now by the Spokane Regional Transportation Council, or SRTC for short. SRTC is the federally designated metropolitan planning organization for Spokane County. City of Spokane Council member Nancy McLaughlin is chair of the SRTC Policy Board.
Well, federal law requires that any urbanized area over 50,000 in population have a metropolitan planning organization. So here in the Spokane region, that organization is SRTC, or the Spokane Regional Transportation Council. And that MPO, which is SRTC, their job is to oversee the federal and state dollars that come down into the region, the Spokane region, for transportation purposes.
SRTC partners with 14 cities and towns, Spokane County, the Washington State Department of Transportation, Spokane Transit Authority, and the Spokane International Airport. These jurisdictions work together to ensure a collaborative transportation planning process and contribute to planning efforts such as the MTP. You are invited to contribute as well.
I think maintenance is huge. Maintenance is a huge issue. I mean, there are so many bad roads in this town.
I'd like to see less flooding when it rains on the streets and less potholes.
SRTC would like to know what you would like to see and how you would like the area's transportation system to develop in the future. There will be challenges in creating an ideal transportation network, though. One large issue will be the growing pains our region is expected to experience in the future. Spokane County's population is projected to grow by more than 26% by the year 2040. This growth translates to more travel into and through the region and greater demands on the existing transportation network. We must be proactive to keep traffic moving and prevent the congestion that areas on the west side of the state are experiencing. This requires planning to take place and measures such as the Metropolitan Transportation Plan. Otherwise, this will happen.
Will you stop honking, Mac? We ain't going nowhere.
To make sure the plan doesn't stall and fits the vision of the region, SRTC will rely on you, members of the public, to help guide it. There will be many chances to get involved with the MTP development process, ranging from public open houses to SRTC's presence at community events to possible internet surveys and focus groups. To find out more about Spokane Regional Transportation Council's Metropolitan Transportation Plan and the many ways you can be involved or have your voice heard, go to srtc.org. Check back often, as upcoming events and opportunities to provide feedback will be posted as they become available. And be thinking of what your ideal transportation system would include.